Hi guys, Steph here. Look at this gorgeous pen. Yes, we've got another Ford patent fountain pen. Now for you regular viewers that watch my videos, you'll know that just recently I did a review on another Ford patent pen, and that pen was this one here in this red mottled rubber. Now this one here, as you can see, is a little bit bigger. This is what they term as a standard version. This one, as you can see, slightly smaller and slightly thinner, is the ladies version. So just for comparison, there's the two sizes. Incidentally, don't forget people, this one is still available if anybody's interested, but it's not a cheap pen. So what we've got is a ladies version, and the size of this one from the top of the cap to the bottom of the barrel is 129 millimeters capped. The diameter of the barrel is around about 12 millimeters in diameter. Now what I'll do, I'll leave you a link to the other one, the standard version. Go and have a look at that. There'll be a little bit more detail in that, but I'm going to try and keep this as short as possible, says he. But if we take you up to the cap, you can see it's got two cap bands there. It's got the very recognisable Ford patent clip there. There's a sideways view. To the top we've got this sort of slightly peaked and knurled sort of stud, if you like, or finial to the top of the cap. And if we take you down to the bottom, there you go, you can see this knob here is also knurled. Okay, so what we've got, as I say, is the safety, or sorry, not safety, the Ford patent pen, and this one being the ladies version. So there's a few little views, different angles. These pens have sort of a shut-off valve inside the ink chamber. So if I show you the nib here, and you can see it's got some slight movement, because in effect what happens when you screw the cap back on, it depresses this sort of section down and cuts off the ink inside. Now how do we fill the pen? What we do, we simply unscrew the knob at the end of the barrel and we pull the whole internal section out of the pen. So there you have it, you've got the section there, and if we show you the nib while we're looking at the section, let's keep it nice and still. Okay, so we've got the, just show you the nib again, so let's keep it nice and still. We've got a Ford 428 mm 14 karat gold nib. There's a sideways view. There's a feed underneath. As you can see, everything in nice and clean. Now when I was actually servicing this particular pen, I had to order, well, obviously I disassembled it first, so let me show you the picture of the pen disassembled. There we are. So as you can see, it's fully disassembled. If you look in the middle there, you can see the piston seal is in three pieces. The reason it's in three pieces, it's broken. Okay, but that's the pen fully disassembled. So the piston seal inside was broken, so I had to order a new piston seal inside. Now I had a little bit of a problem with this one because it was slightly different than the standard one that I did. When I ordered the piston seal and put it on the rod inside, it actually had some movement, and here's a picture. Okay, you can see the sort of the collar and the seal is at an angle, okay, which is not what I wanted, because when I actually put the new piston seal inside, it actually sat at an angle inside the ink chamber, and in effect it didn't work. it wouldn't actually move, because it was sort of, if you like, it was jammed inside and it wouldn't move. So what I had to do is actually think outside the box and think, right, how can I rectify that? How can I make the pen correct and get it working? Now the funny thing about it, this pen is actually what they term as a syringe filler. So I thought, what I did, I got myself a syringe out of my box, and if you look there to the end, okay, the seal or the plunger is actually gone. And what I actually did is actually cut it down, worked on it slightly. I had a bit of a job actually putting it onto the collar itself, but eventually I managed to do it. And rather than being the original O-ring, it's now it's a bigger sort of collar, if you like, and it's more of a tube. Now, in fact, what we'll do, if I get my little light, okay, there you go, there makes it a little, so you can see the piston there, and as opposed to being, as I say, being an O-ring, I've made it into more of a, if you like, a tube. I actually fitted it onto the collar, and we'll show it to you working. How does it fill? What we do, we simply pull up on the knob like so, and then push it down, and any ink inside eventually will go through the seal, if you like, and fill the barrel. Well, let's see if it works. Well, I think it does work, because like I say, I've tested it with water, but let's see what happens. So we dip it, the whole nib and the section. Oh, there you go, you can hear some bubbling, and then we push it down. Let's do it again, and down again. Okay, so for this particular demonstration, I think that's going to be just enough for a writing sample. So bear with me and I'll show you how it fills to the top. But again, if I get the light, and there you go, you can see we've got a little bit of ink inside there. Okay, so that's enough for a writing sample. And then in a moment we'll flush it and put some more ink in it. So let's pop that back into the barrel, screw that back on, let's bring on some paper, and let's see how the pen writes. So what we have, fingers crossed, is a Ford patent pen from circa 1930s, and obviously, well, it's not obviously, made in England. It's writing lovely. There's no flexibility in the nib. It's not a hard nib. It feels actually quite soft, but it's writing very nicely, as you can see. Writing, I would say, with I don't know, maybe a medium line. So there we have it. We seem to have solved the problem of the piston seal. As I say, I had to think outside the box, and I thought, oh well, there we go, it's a syringe filler, so why not use a syringe plunger? But like I say, it was a little bit difficult sort of fitting it over the collar. Had a little bit of trouble, but eventually I got it on. So what we need to do now is show you again. There's the ink in the barrel. So what I'm going to do now, rather than waste any ink, I'm going to use water. So we pull up and then push down, pull up, push down, pull up, push down, and pull up, push down. Okay, now if I move the water across, and now if I show you the barrel, look at that. You can see that the whole barrel now is full of ink, so it's actually filling to the full capacity. You can just see a little bit of a gap to the very top there, but as you can see now, we've got a barrel, or the ink chamber, full of ink. So the nice thing about it is, well, thinking outside the box and using a syringe plunger actually worked, and the pen fills as it should. So there we have it, a lovely Waterman, oh, I'm doing it again, not a Waterman, a Ford patent pen, a ladies version. So I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen as much as I enjoyed showing them to you. I hope you like your pen, Daniel. It'll be coming back to you over the next day or so. As you can see, everything's working. Don't forget, people, subscribe, leave a comment down below, don't be shy, give the video a thumbs up as well, and don't forget, wherever you are around the world, please stay safe. But for now, I'll just say bye bye for now.